So hello friends, I am Yogesh and in this video I want to tell you about how China's economy totally collapsed. Yes, you heard right. China's economic crisis has started, and behind this factor of started crisis is that real estate scam. What is real estate scam? Just without any further wasting of time, just let's start the video.
Doubts. China might not be in a position to fund and invade.
Using to pay their mortgages, developers have had less cash to fund construction.
Incomplete building that has no.
And how bad is this situation?
Across the past few months, if you have seen a news story about China economy, you have probably seen picture like this, picture of social unrest people protesting outside of bank after their bank account were frozen, or outside the headquarters of major property developer after constructions on their new homes was held. China's citizens have had enough amidst a major debt crisis among property developers and proponents convert lockdown. Recently, Chinese citizens have added extra fuel to China economy fire standing together and boycotting payment on over $300 billion worth of mortgage. What started as a small local petition has now grown to massive freeze on mortgage payment on over 300 real estate projects in over 90 cities. Yes, and it has the Chinese government very well. The CCP has desperately tried to suppress the spread of the movement, a move which has only fueled the protest further as a footage like this hit the internet. But how did that happen? How is the seemingly unstoppable judgment of Chinese real estate now turn into a major economic catastrophe? Let's find out. If you want to know this how real estate scam work, you have to go back a bit. So her name is Charles Ponzi scam. Who is Charles Ponzi? In 1999, the Italian immigrant dubbed thousands of investment promoting them a 2% return in 45 days or 100% in 90 days or international postal coupon which he never actually purchased. The international reply coupon from other countries were supposed to be remarkable in the US for postage stamp, with the profit coming from the difference in prices between country. This is a Charles Ponzi. And how Charles Ponzi scam work? A fraudable investment scam promoting high rate of interest with the little risk to investment. The Ponzi scheme generates return for order investment by investor by using the cash from new investor. Why I am telling you this? Well, it's because this kind of how Chinese property development work from on that in second. Usually throughout the last 2 decades in China, there has been a very strong trend for those living rural to move to urban area. Literally hundreds of millions of people have moved on the city in that time, and this has caused a monumental boom in urban property development. Being able to own your own home become a huge social goal for people in China, and that drove huge demand for residential home, not only to live in but also as an investment product. In fact, in China, approximately 70 of 100 wealth is tied up in a property. People will save for decades, even team up with the other families just to put down deposit on some Chinese real estate. And due to this initiative applications for residential property, it didn't take long before the developer started testing the water of what was possible. So enter pre-sale homes, and no, it's not what in China. Developer will sell a pre-sale zone whereby down a deposit and start paying back a mortgage before their home is even built. You might say that insane, but in China it's just how costs. In fact, in 2020, 34.5% of developer funding came from deposit and pre-sale. And imagine for a developer the combination of unstable appreciate freedom to take on vast quantity of debt, and the now complements the payment structure of handing over a deposit and paying a mortgage before construction has even started, quickly led to a scheme that might have caught the eyes of smooth talking elite. Italian revenue collected from pre-sale round would not actually be used to fund the project development. It would in fact be stuffed the China and used along with the copious amount of borrowed money to fund the completions of last year development. Then they drop some new apartment building and complete the PCA round on those sign up the excited buyer with a big fat mortgage, and then that fresh money can be solved up there. China's again to fund the completions of the low wave of apartment. A China economist said recently, when the economy is good, with continuous expansion, most of the properties can be delivered. But when the economy is not good, it become a bit like a Ponzi scheme. If there is no follow funding, they will not be able to complete construction. So just like a Ponzi scheme, it actually does work as long as there always fresh demand and nothing get in the way of this project being complete. The real estate market just China economy had been rapidly expanding, nothing so an increase in largest housing market on prices rose by nearly 700 from 2001 to 2017. In fact, Chinese government recognized that it is becoming a major issue, so they imposed regulation on what was they able to get along, but it was too late to large developer took advantage of all the real estate enthusiasm by selling pre-built units that did enough exit while the assumption that they would be worth a lot more in future. By the time they were eventually completed, cities and bought into completely vacant cities as well as store wealth and exercise demanding meant that there was very little oversight to ensure that all of these properties were actually being built now in a market that was very little oversight to ensure that all of these properties were actually being built now in a market that constantly going up. The would be a immediate issue become developer could always raise more capital by selling even more pre-built unit, but with the sale of having completely collapsed in their worst property down return on record, those previous projects are now being completed, abandoned, leaving buyer defeating themselves and forcing them to make payment on a property that isn't even being built any far. That's how China's economy totally will collapse. But anyway guys, that will just about to us for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Definitely let me know if your opinion down in the comment section below. You know what do you think of the Chinese real estate sector. Definitely drop me a comment and of course leave a like on this video. If you did enjoy it, subscribe if you would like to see more, because thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next series.